The Mortal Kombat franchise has introduced many iconic characters over the years. Apart from the original set of characters, few have managed to steal the spotlight like Tremor. He is a ninja who has earth elemental abilities and works as a formidable enforcer and arms dealer for the clan of the Black Dragon. Tremor makes his video game debut in Mortal Kombat Special Forces as an NPC minor adversary. Tremor was the final character in the Combat Pack to make his debut in Mortal Kombat X's DLC as a playable character. In the Mortal Kombat X comic series, he returned as a Black Dragon enforcer working under Kano's direction. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video to learn more about Tremor. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
I'm blessed to fight Johnny Cage.
Congratulations on winning the lottery.
History of Tremor. Tremor is a brown-paleted ninja with the power of geokinesis. The Mortal Kombat trilogy initially intended to include him as a playable character, but Rain was chosen instead. He makes his formal appearance in Mortal Kombat Special Forces as an NPC, where Jax murders him. He first appeared as a playable character in Mortal Kombat X as a downloadable character after being an exclusive Challenge Mode character in the PlayStation 2011 reboot. He is a prominent player in a battle with the Shokin and Kentaro in the Mortal Kombat X comic series. He now sports a modified uniform and collaborates with Kano more cooperatively than in Special Forces. He can also eliminate an entire army of Oni and Shokin on his own. After being shot by Sonya, he is subsequently taken prisoner by the Special Forces and left for dead by Kano. Tremor's skills subsequently develop in Mortal Kombat X and the comic book series accompanying it. In his early representations, Tremor can erupt the earth and shoot flaming projectiles at his enemies. Tremor is later portrayed as an earth elemental capable of lethal manipulations of crystals, rocks, gold, magma, lava, and metals. With the exception of being brown in hue, Tremor dons the same conventional ninja outfit and mask as the series' recurrent ninja characters. Instead, he donned a tan variation of the normal ninja attire from Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 when he made an appearance in his playable missions in Mortal Kombat 2011's Vita port. He used a bronze-colored variation of Sub-Ninja Zero's garb from Mortal Kombat 4 and Mortal Kombat Mythology's Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Since his previous appearance in the rebooted Mortal Kombat 2011 for the PlayStation Vita, Tremor's appearance has been modified. Tremor was a bonus character in the Challenge Tower, and his look was inspired by traditional ninja garb. The most striking change to his look in Mortal Kombat X is the rock formation emblazoned throughout the majority of his torso, combined with a more massive, developed body showcasing his incredible power. Tremor now has bright orange eyes, a khaki cloak, a metallic mask covering the lower half of his face. Tremor is one of the tallest Mortal Kombat X characters, surpassing everyone else except for Goro and the Predator. In the original timeline, Tremor only appears in Mortal Kombat Special Forces. During a jailbreak planned by Kano, to whom he was blindly devoted, Tremor escaped from Special Forces captivity. Kano gave him a task to protect the Outworld Gateway and murder any Special Forces personnel who could have learned of his existence. When they came into contact, Major Jackson Briggs murdered Tremor. The Shokan Oni Warlord Horde is being fought by Tremor with the combined Black Dragon clan and Outworld forces. Tremor successfully draws the attention of Kotal Khan and his soldiers in the present timeline by slamming his fist into the floor of the crumbling palace of Zeunkara, shattering it with an earthquake and announcing the Black Dragon's arrival. Kano sends Tremor out to face the soldiers as talks with Kentaro fall down again. Kano is able to use a portable nuclear weapon to eliminate half of the Horde when Tremor places his hands on the ground and unleashes a powerful earthquake that renders the Horde helpless. Tremor stands beside Tassia, Jarek, and Kano as Kotal Khan makes an effort to bargain with the usurper after successfully swaying the Shokan and Kentaro to his side. Tremor threatens to blow down the palace if Kano is not released after being wounded in the shoulder and arm by Sonya Blade after Kotal confronts Kano for owning the Portal Stone, the wealth of his world. Then Tremor and his friends are arrested and put in jail. In Mortal Kombat 11, Tremor makes a brief appearance in the crypt. Tremor doesn't have his design from the new games and new chronology, much like Rain and Smoke. The Tremor from Mortal Kombat 11 is the juvenile Tremor from the original timeline and still maintains his old original form. He may be observed in a certain place randomly falling from a bridge where, like previous ninjas, he is seen landing on a spike and passing away. Like the others, his body and spirit hate one another after that. Shang Tsung removes his soul and transforms him into a young Tremor. The Tremor from the earlier timeline is depicted since he still has a human appearance and does not have the rock-like features on his body or skin as he does in the later one.
Be ready, for the king will arrive soon, and you'll all bow before him.
Tremor in Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind. Snowblind marks Tremor's first movie feature outside the games. In Snowblind, as the towns and villages continue to be cut off, Kano proclaims himself king and leads his clan, the Black Dragon, which includes Tremor, to conquer towns and villages. Kuai Liang, the former Sub-Zero, now lives as a farmer. As he makes his way to the city, Kabal, Kira, and Cobra assault him while stealing part of his provisions. As they proceed, they come upon a metropolis devoid of Black Dragon influence. There they come across Kenshi, who challenges and defeats them. After being defeated, they approach King Kano, who asks Tremor to accompany them back to the city. Kano also asks Shang Tsung to keep an eye on them. Once the four reach there, they tell Kenshi to apologize, but he refuses and challenges Tremor to a fight instead. Right from the beginning of the fight, Tremor starts dominating Kenshi. He vigorously throws his hands around, which Kenshi barely dodges, and punches Tremor, adding more fuel to the fire. A berserk Tremor demolishes everything he can lay his hands upon. Tremor grabs hold of Kenshi's cloak and throws him against a pillar. Just as Kenshi grasps the situation, Tremor shoves both his fists into the ground and starts attacking him with molten shards of rock, eventually binding both of Kenshi's legs with it. Tremor then transforms his right hand into a mace and hits Kenshi, knocking him to the ground. Tremor proceeds to beat Kenshi to a pulp and is about to trample him when Shang Tsung stops him. Under the guise of Sung, Shang Tsung informs Kenshi that he could destroy the Black Dragon by using a weapon known as Sento. Shang Tsung tempts Kenshi to open the Well of Souls, which releases energy that revives him, but also causes Kenshi to become blind. Shang Tsung tosses Kenshi into the pit before departing. Shang Tsung beats Kano in an embarrassing state before murdering him. He tries to extract Kano's soul, but fails because Kano no longer has one. Kuai Liang discovers Kenshi lost in the desert and brings him to his house for treatment. Kuai Liang then trains Kenshi by improving his other senses after realizing that he has lost all hope. The two are watching from afar as Kano seizes control of the area. Kenshi argues that they must assist, but Kuai Liang rejects his request. Kuai Liang gives Kenshi more opportunities to return to their regular lives, but Kenshi declines and departs to aid the city. Kenshi kills many Black Dragon members right in front of King Kano, who summons Tremor, having left no choice. Tremor hits Kenshi, making him go through a wall. Tremor again manipulates the ground to attack Kenshi, but he manages to escape and knocks Tremor with a swing of his sword. It takes the combined might of the Black Dragon to tackle Kenshi, but Tremor eventually knocks him down with a solid piece of rock and captures him. Just as the Black Dragons are about to kill Kenshi, Kuai Liang shows up with Scorpion and kills most of them. Kenshi goes after Tremor and they both begin to fight. Tremor attacks Kenshi with his flaming fists, followed by a whip of fire. Kenshi manages to dodge the attacks and slashes Tremor a few times before knocking him. An enraged Tremor makes a hole into the ground and they both end up in a ring. Tremor attacks Kenshi with lava raining from above and manages to throw away Kenshi's sword. But just as Tremor is about to choke and kill Kenshi, the latter summons his sword, which goes through Tremor's head, and Kenshi finishes him off by slashing him in half. Although the movie ends with Kuai Liang defeating Kano, it was a breath of fresh air to see a sub-boss like Tremor being featured in the movie, considering the vast roster of the Mortal Kombat franchise. What makes Tremor so dangerous? Tremor had superhuman strength, which gave him the ability to shake the earth and harm his enemies. He could even call out flaming projectiles to hurl at his adversary. Tremor's power and skills are greatly enhanced, beginning in the Mortal Kombat X comics and later in Mortal Kombat X, depicting the Black Dragon Enforcer as an Earth Elemental. While preserving his original skills and traits of distorting the very Earth that he stands on, Tremor's powers now influence other elements of the Earth. Tremor has complete control over other minerals such as gold, crystals, and magma, even to the point that he is not bothered by the molten rock when it comes in contact with his body. Tremor's influence over these materials is so lethal that he could even turn his opponents to stone, crystallize their bodies, turn them into gold, or burn them to a crisp with magma. He can also summon rocks and enhance himself with rock formations on his body. Tremor's talents have increased and his body is now covered with rock. His arms and chest are entirely coated in stone to the point that the rock formations resemble his flesh. Additionally, Tremor has the same abilities with the formations as he does with the earth itself, including making rock with his own hands and even transforming it into weapons for him to employ. Tremor can transform his rock skin to different materials of the earth, like gold, crystal, and even magma, without suffering any adverse effects from the molten rock formations. He can change the way his rock skin functions, changing his combat style to match the adversaries that stand up to Tremor.
Standing over Shinnok, Tremor reveled in his power.
Interesting facts about Tremor. Even though he demonstrates allegiance to Kano in several of the Mortal Kombat comics and the mobile game, Tremor's encounters with Kano in Mortal Kombat X and his character bio demonstrate that he no longer views Kano as an ally, even to the point where he wants to quit the Black Dragon. This is because, as depicted in the comics, Kano abandoned Tremor when the Special Forces seized him. In some of his conversations, Tremor can be seen despising the Special Forces and even a little bit of the Outworld. He also appears to desire to help no one but himself, although his dislike of both is still evident. One of the few characters, Tremor, has a level of brutality that stems from his X-ray rather than just from special techniques, combos, or throws. With a total of 11 brutalities, he is the first Mortal Kombat X fighter to possess at least 10. Triborg came in second place with 14. 5 characters possess the alternative form of brutality, and one of them is Tremor. Marvelous verdict. Tremor has been a fan favorite ever since he was introduced. He has honed his skills over the years and become even more powerful, alongside showing that he is not blatantly loyal and would go after backstabbers with a fury like no one else. He allows players to influence Earth and minerals, making him a highly desired playable character. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks everyone.
Major Briggs.
Tremor.